Today we're making smoked spare ribs that are super tender and coated in a sticky Irn Bru BBQ Sauce glaze. To start off, we're going to be trimming our ribs St. Louis style. This is super easy to do and just involves making a couple of cuts to square up the rack of ribs and remove any cartilage. So first we're going to trim off the skirt meat from the back side of the ribs so it's level with the bones. Sometimes the butcher will have done this already, so don't worry if your ribs haven't got it. Next we're going to use our fingers to feel where the end of the longest rib is. Then we're going to use a sharp knife to cut down the space between the end of the rib and the section of cartilage above it. Don't throw this meat away though, because it can be used to make sausages, pies or stocks. Next we're going to cut the thin section of meat off from the narrower end of the ribs, otherwise this will burn in the smoker. This usually involves cutting off at least one bone. Now we need to go over the ribs and trim off any excess fat, bone fragments or sinew. The top of the ribs should have a thin but even layer of fat. The layer of fat shouldn't be too thick, otherwise it won't render out properly in the smoker. It should probably be around 5mm thick. Now for the fiddly bit, removing the membrane. Now you don't have to remove the membrane if you don't want to, so feel free to leave it on if you prefer. I do find that it goes a bit chewy if you leave it on though. Anyway, to remove the membrane, use the tip of the knife to release a corner of the membrane from the ribs, then grab it with a piece of kitchen paper and pull upwards to remove. If you're lucky, the membrane will come off in one piece, but if it doesn't, just use a knife to trim off any excess bits. That's how you trim a rack of spare ribs, St. Louis style. Next up is the rub and slather. Now I'm using a homemade rub, but feel free to use a ready-made one if you'd prefer. I've left the recipe for my rub in the video description. Before we coat the ribs and rub, we need to coat them in a thin layer of French's mustard to help it stick. In barbecue, this is called a slather, and if you're not a fan of mustard, you could use veg oil instead. Now we need to coat the ribs in a thin but even layer of rub, making sure to hit all sides. Because ribs are so thin, they won't need as much rub and seasoning as say a brisket or pork shoulder would. Then once our ribs are rubbed, we need to let them sit out at room temperature for no more than an hour whilst we preheat our smoker. We're going to be cooking the ribs at 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 120 degrees Celsius. And I'm using my homemade offset smoker, but any barbecue will work as long as you can cook indirectly on it. So with pork, I like to use a sweet fruit wood like cherry or apple, and then pair it with a really good charcoal. Once the smoker is running at a consistent temperature, and is producing clean smoke, it's time to add in the ribs. So we're going to add the ribs into the smoker so they're facing meat side up, and let them cook undisturbed for an hour and a half. Then in the meantime we can prepare the Spritz and the barbecue sauce glaze. So for the Spritz I'm using a 50-50 mix of original recipe Irn Bru and cold water. And for the glaze I'm using my Irn Bru BBQ Sauce, which I'm going to thin down with a splash of Irn Bru so that it's thin enough to brush onto the ribs. I'll leave a link for this barbecue sauce in the video description, but you could use any barbecue sauce really. It's best to make the glaze this sort of consistency, so it will coat the ribs evenly. Now that our ribs have been smoking for an hour and a half, we're going to keep cooking them, but spray them with the Spritz every 30 minutes or so. This stops the ribs from drying out and also helps them take on more smoke, which helps develop a deeper bark. So at this point we're around 4.5 hours into the cook and the ribs have taken on a good amount of colour. This means that it's time to wrap them up in foil. Now before wrapping we're looking for our ribs to take on a good amount of colour. This will roughly take between 3 and 6 hours of cooking. To wrap our ribs we're going to lay down a double layer of tin foil, drizzle a couple of tablespoons of the barbecue sauce on top, then top it with around 50 grams of butter. Then we're going to place our ribs on top so they're facing meat side down, then drizzle another tablespoon or 2 of barbecue sauce on top. Then it's just a case of wrapping the ribs up in the foil, then placing back on the smoker so they're facing meat side down. Then we're going to continue cooking the ribs until they're tender, which will take roughly another 1 to 3 hours. So here my ribs have been cooking for another hour. I'm just going to pick them up, see if they feel soft and bendy through the foil. Then I'm going to take them inside for a proper check. So I find that the easiest way to check if ribs are done is to poke the meat with a skewer. If the skewer slides in with little to no resistance, then they're ready. However, these felt a little tough still, so I'm going to give them another hour on the smoker before unwrapping them. So now that the ribs have been cooking in foil for 2 hours, I've unwrapped them and placed them back on the smoker facing meat side up. Then to glaze them up, I'm going to brush the meat with a light coating of barbecue sauce, then cook for another 15 to 20 minutes until tacky. This is the Irn Bru BBQ Sauce that we prepared earlier. Once the glaze is set, I'm going to brush them with another light coating of the sauce, then cook for another 15 to 20 minutes before resting. So now that the ribs are fully cooked and glazed, I'm going to place them onto a baking tray, loosely cover them in foil, then let them rest for 15 to 20 minutes. Then it's time to slice them up and serve. I found that the easiest way to do this is place the ribs onto a chopping board facing meat side down, then use a sharp knife to cut between the bones. And that's how I make a batch of smoked spare ribs with a sweet and sticky Irn Bru glaze. They've taken on a good amount of smoke and are perfectly tender with a little bit of bite still. The full written recipes for both the ribs and the Irn Bru BBQ Sauce can be found on my blog saltbuttersmoke.com. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for another recipe.